All right, so the fit body stretches, generally we're gonna have time for 4 stretches. If you set the clock right, I think it works out to be about 100 seconds. Now every stretch that you do should come with one of the announcements, okay? So we generally will have no more than 4 announcements. Now, whenever you do upper body, this is a big no-no, okay? We don't need to stretch out the rear delts. People are already tight in the pecs, so what you wanna do is you wanna open everything up, okay? So number 1 stretch you can do is you bring the hand up and you drive it behind, and then what you wanna do is you wanna get them to feel that all along the side of their body. That's not the stretch number 1 for the upper body. A great partner stretch is number 2. You bring in a partner, and then what you do is you get them to face the same direction, okay? And then you put your hands on the upper back, so one high, one low, and try to go up as high as possible. And then you want to get them to turn away. So you're going to do this for your second stretch, okay? So we did the 1. This will be 1 stretch, right? And then you turn around, same thing. 1 up, 1 down. They have to be kind of far away from each other. If they're too close, there's no stretch there. They want to get as far away as possible, but they want to plant their hand onto the shoulder. So that would be 1 stretch. You hold it for about anywhere from 10 to 15 seconds. This is number 2. So now we've only got essentially 2 more stretches to go, okay? So here's another great stretch which works the lats, right? So we're already in here. This is how we can get that rear delt, but mainly the lats. You get them to lock at the wrist like this, cross over, and then you just lean back. Okay, you got to find that balance point where you don't want to be pulling somebody, but you want to feel that stretch, and then you're going to hold this for about 15 seconds. Those are the essentially 4 best exercises. So this would be 1, this would be 2, this would be 3, this would be 4. Then you got to wrap it up. Okay, if you have time, you can do the single one, which would be 5. Now, when it comes to the lower body, everybody's already tight in the hips, okay? So thank you, Jesse. So what you want to do is you want to go down on one knee, okay? This is a great time for people to get in there. They want to go down into a lunge position, and you want to sink down. So this would be stretch number 1. I like to bring the hand up and over, and I can combine upper body and lower body stretch at the same time. So that would be 1 stretch, then we switch, same thing, okay? So you're down, you're opening up the hip flexors, you're sinking down. This will also stretch out the abdomen. Right hand in the air, like this. So that would be 2 different stretches, right? Third stretch, since I'm already on my knees, get everybody down, we can get the hamstrings, right? So with the hamstrings, it's key that they're not just like here, knees are bent. We want to see the legs flat on the floor, chest up, and essentially what they're doing is they're sliding their hands down the front of their shins. And you should feel that stretch right away. This is a proper deadlift form, okay? So this would count as 1. Now this would be 2. This would be 2 different stretches where you're getting that hip flexor thigh, right? So this is a great like sprinter stretch where you can feel that a little bit into the IT band. You'll feel that to the hip flexor. So that's 1. This is 2. Same kind of idea, right? Now another one that you can do is the glute stretch. So you get somebody to sit down on the front of their thigh. This is a difficult one to kind of get everybody to coordinate, but this is a great one for the glute. This would count as 2. So you're here, switch to the other side, right? I usually grab my foot, make sure that the knee is nice and flat. Okay, great one for the low back and the glute. You should go 1 leg in the air, bend it, pick it up with the opposite. So left leg in the air, grab it with your right hand, bring it down to the floor. This is actually a great stretch for the pec, all the way down the side of the back. It's the glute, so this is a key stretch that you can do to get the upper body and lower body, especially on full body. So that would count as 2. So you got 2 here. Okay. Now if you're looking for another single, the great one is I just tell people to love themselves, and you're hugging yourself, and what this is stretching is actually stretching your low back all the way into your glutes, okay? So you're just like this. And lastly, because of the fact that we do a lot of like jumping jacks, a lot of like high intensity quick feet movement, it works the calves. So it's important that we stretch up the calves because that's going to relate into knee pain. So you can do this into a single where they just go like this, and what you want to do is you want to get them to crawl as high as they can, and then they want to try and push their heels to the floor, right? Because then what they're stretching is the back of the calves. Now you can make this into a 2-part where you go 1 leg at a time. You go 1 leg and you put the other leg on top, right? To really isolate that 1 stretch, 1 leg, go on the top. And essentially those are your top stretches here at Fit Body Bootcamp. Thanks guys.